Hello YouTube, and welcome to this edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. This is episode number 26, and we're glad you are with us. We are going to continue on getting this car ready to crank today. I really hope we can get her fired up. All we have to do is put some fuel in the fuel cell, and then we are going to use an air compressor, and we're going to force air and get it primed all the way up to the fuel pump. And I want to check the timing one more time. I got to put water in the radiator and got a couple of little small things to do, check, but hopefully we'll get this thing cranked. You never know what you're going to run into, but that's the joy of a new start. I just hope its motor runs. That's the main thing. So we're also going to be working on my son's late model, and they're going to be working on a crossmember today. So hopefully we get some video of that. But stick with me and we'll get going here and we see what we get into. Be right back with you. All right, welcome back to YouTube. And after many months of working on this car, we're gonna try to bust this thing off. As I was saying, we're gonna start off obviously putting fuel in. I've already put water in the motor. We're gonna put some fuel in here and we're going to show you how to prime, or at least how we do it. And we'll just put 2 or 3 gallons of fuel in here, and then we're going to prime it. And as I was saying in the last video, we use the air pressure, and we will actually loosen up a fitting. Buddy's already got the fitting loosened up on the fuel pump on the front. And what we will do is apply air pressure to the tank, and then whenever he has fuel coming out on the line, up here around the fuel pump, then we can cap everything off. So we'll get this in here, and it won't take much. I'm gonna probably go ahead and put about 4 gallons in here. Hate to be putting this 110 octane gas in here, but that's all I had readily available. Okay, we got our air chuck here. We're gonna put it in the vent. And what I've done is I've actually capped off the fuel cell, and then we're gonna go through the vent here. And when Buddy says we're ready, I'm gonna give him a little bit of air here.
Go ahead. I got a bucket under.
Oh, he's ready. All right, here we go. And the fuel cell is raising up now.
Okay.
Okay, he's got fuel. So that quick, we're done. So we've got fuel up fast. Plug that back off. And we will come up here. And now he's putting the line back on. And then that'll be it. So next step is try to fire this sucker up. Okay, welcome back YouTube. And we are going to try to fire this thing up after working on this car for about 3 months. And this is actually the second motor in the car. We actually turned it over. We saw a couple of leaks in the fuel system down there on a couple of fittings on the fuel pump, and we got that fixed. Actually got one, still have a little bit of drip. We got to take a fitting out of the fuel pump, but we're going to try to set the timing. We're going to check the oil pressure first thing. So keep your fingers crossed. We'll see what happens here. You know, we was amazed. We found out it takes fuel to make it run. So. we see we got, it does run, but we've got a couple of leaks here on the water system. So, but We're gonna look at this. We'll be right back with you. The time is set now, so we'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. And found out the source of the water leak was this water neck housing came with the motor. So we're gonna put some new gaskets on here. Our friend Michael's over here helping us, and you got you gonna put some silicone on there and just put a little bit of bead on it. But motor sounds good. Now we got we got a couple of fuel leaks. I'm really shocked. I don't know. We're gonna go back and kind of look at a couple of these fuel lines. I hate having to put silicone on anything, but what happens nowadays is this stuff comes from China, and you just can't ever trust it to be machined perfectly flat. So we're going to fix that problem and get it stuck back on there, and we'll see. So we'll get this put back together, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, we put the water thermostat housing back on, so we're going to bust it off here again and see if we got this leak fixed. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, that's fixed. Got one little fitting down there that's we're going to pull it off. Oh, that sounds sweet. All right, how about that, YouTube? That's pretty cool.
I think we need to take the motor the way it is and put it in Michael's factory.
All right, that's good. We'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. And as you can see, we got the fuel pump pulled off, and looky here what we found. Look at that crack. So this probably happened when it was shipped to us. You know, I knew the way we've done this for too long to have something mess up. It had to be something wrong. So look at, but I've got a brand new fuel pump here, and it's clocked pretty much the same. So we will be able to just swap these around and put these fittings in here, and we'll put the new fuel pump on there and fire this thing up. Hopefully we've got the fuel issue solved. So we'll get over here and start swapping these fittings around, and we'll get right back with you. So hang in there. All right, the A-team here has put the new fittings in, and hopefully these lines are going to work down here. If not, is that going to, yeah, that's going to clear. That's going to clear the radiator hose, so we're in good shape. Trying to get this fuel line goes up to the carburetor, trying to get it on. And it's a little bit, we had to change the fitting style up just a little bit, so now we got a little bit of a different route here, but that's fine. So, all right, let's crank it up and let's see if it will stop that. Now we found the problem with the bad crack on the fuel pump. So let's see what happens. No leak. So how about that? Yeah, sounds good. Tickled to death. All right, YouTube, we'll be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube, and it's been a very successful day. We are so excited that the motor just runs like a top. It just will bust off as soon as you turn it over. Finally got the leak fixed. We had the leak here, the bottom gasket on the thermostat housing. Then we had the cracked fuel pump, but we've got everything fixed. We've run it a couple times since then this afternoon, and everything seems to be okay. We ran the wires for the fan, and then also I went ahead and made an alternator bracket here. I didn't like the way they had this mounted. It was wanting to flex that way, so I made a little brace there. But everything is really coming along pretty good. We've got a lot of the wiring done. It doesn't look like it, but believe it or not, it's actually just needs to be tidied up. I got the back side of the switch panel painted, and then we have the kill switch ready back here. It's going to be mounted on the decking, but we ran all the main battery wire back here through the firewall, and then we're going to run I think that's about it we're going to do up here right now. It's going to go to the back then, but we've got it coming through the rear firewall. Then this will mount up here on the decking, so you'll be able to reach in there and control the car there. But anyway, been a successful day. We're going to come back out here tomorrow after church and try to do a little more on this wiring. And Ryan did get his cross member in, and I hate we did not get any footage of this, but we were so busy on the Nova. But all this is brand new, and you talking about a lot of work, but he just did a fantastic job. That was really tricky, getting that all in and make sure keeping it square without letting any of the rest of the chassis move. But it's all painted, and he'll be good to go now. We can just get a motor in here and get that thing, but he did a really good job on that. And I think tomorrow afternoon I'll have him explain to you exactly what these updates mean now. If you look down the car, you can see how everything is raised up, and he's got a special set of spindles for the car. So I'll let him explain all that tomorrow to you, hopefully. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back, YouTube. And with Sunday afternoon, we got in from church, got the race going on. We're out here working. And I promised you yesterday I'd let you look at Ryan's late model here, and he's out here working on it this afternoon. And as I showed you yesterday, he did get the new cross member put in, and they are currently now, Tommy's helping them trying to get the front suspension on the car, and they're working like they're in a race trying to get out on the track again or something here. They're fast pace. But Ryan ordered a couple of new spindles for it, and I guess it's supposed to be the latest and greatest spindle. He was showing me yesterday, I guess the drop on his front spindle is lower here, and I was showing you how all this is raised up higher now to allow the car to get have more travel on the frame on the right hand side on this front end. But anyway, did a real good job. They worked on this all day yesterday, got everything installed. And we had found some cracks, or he had found some cracks in this piece here. So all this is all new, replaced tube and put some gussets on it, which I don't know why they didn't do that from the factory to begin with. But all this cross member here is all new. But anyway, y'all have any wisdom y'all want to share?
The joys of owning a used car, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. That's about right. All right. Well, anyway, I'll give you an update on the Nova over here. You see Buddy's the only one working. I did help him a little bit a while ago, but he's hard at it. We decided to go ahead and put the oil sending unit in here as well. And then we decided to go ahead and add a sending unit for the water temperature as well. So I said, heck, we got it. Might as well add it. And so we're doing that. So we'll give you an update here real quick before we get done and let you know how we end up. Hopefully, I think we'll have all this wiring totally finished here this afternoon. This is going to be real nice and neat, and then we can get this thing, if we get the late model off the rack, we'll get this car back up on the rack and start on the brakes and stuff. I got to get a dry shaft built. But stay in there. We'll be right back with you in just a second. Welcome back, YouTube, and we are going to call it a day, and wanted to give you kind of an update where we are. All the wiring is done. Looks nice and neat. Buddy, give us a shot there on the fan. All right. Blowing nice like air conditioning. And so I'll show you the backside. Buddy does really, really good work on all this. But everything is nice and neat. The gauge panel's done. Oh, I'm sorry, the switch panel's done. And everything's tucked away. And we have to come back and put this filler panel in, but we'll be ready to set the body on it and start trying to fit some of this other stuff just so for a trial fit. But we're going to fire it up here and see if this thing crank. I want to see if the tackle works on the lights. We've got lights down there. Got lights up there. There we go. All right, I don't know a better way to end the week than that. It's been a great week, got a lot done. We're gonna go ahead and add that brake adjuster. We're thinking about putting it on that panel right here above the switch. It'd be kind of a perfect place for it, but we just gotta tie it up around the firewall. But all right, we'll be right back with you. Hey guys, and welcome back. We had a fantastic, productive week this weekend. Got a lot done. The 602, obviously the big thing was getting it running and got all the wiring finished up on this. So we're really excited about that. Ryan got all the late models front suspension. Got the front crossmember all swapped out. And actually, that's a 2021 car now, I guess, with all the updates he's done to it. Got his new spindles in, so he'll be ready to set his car on the ground, and hopefully we'll get the motor in, I hope, this week. But hey, we appreciate you guys watching. And we will be back on the next episode. We're going to start working on the brakes on the Nova. And we're going to start running brake lines, get the front calipers on the front. And let's see, we got to get drive shaft for it. We got to get fluid in the transmission. Then we're going to start on the body work. And I'm not going to tell you what it's going to look like. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a throwback to one of my old cars I had back in the 80s. So, hey, appreciate you guys watching as always. Tell your friends about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, please. And tell your friends, help us grow this channel. Hope you like the live video, and we'll keep doing this. We'll mix in a little bit of fast forward, but it's going to be a little different version. I think you'll like it. I like doing it too. So, hey, you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. Take care.